Hello, good morning. Um, just a really quick post this time. I'd like to talk about how I've used Spanish television to practice my Spanish. One thing that I like to do when I'm cleaning the room or just getting my day started, I watch the news in Spanish. And even if I'm not actually looking at the screen, the computer screen, I can still catch up on the day's events by watching Telediario, which is on rtve.es. I'm going to post the link below. Basically, I'm not sure how Spanish people have this much news, but if you go to the website rtve.es and you go to informativos, they have so much news. It's like it's like way more news than we have here in the United States. I don't know if they're just repeating things or what, but they have like 4 different news channels. I never know which one to watch because they have so many. Let's take a look here at what they have. Informativos. They have Telediario, they have Los Desayunos de TVE, La Segunda Noticias, Informe Semanal, En Portada. Uh, there are a ton of news channels. I guess Spanish people love their news. So what I do is I usually just watch Telediario because it's an hour-long show. I never have an hour to watch news, but I put it on in the background so I can kind of hear what's going on. I find the quality, broadcast quality, image quality, everything to be very high. And every once in a while, I'll capture some new word that I haven't heard before, or some word employed in a new context, or something like that, and I'll write it down when I can. Go to wordreference.com, look it up. Then later I'll turn that into a flashcard. These are the ideal situations. To be honest, these days I don't actually really write things down as much. That's what I would suggest if you're actively watching the news broadcast. But if you're actively watching something, you might want to watch something more interesting. I find the Telediario, I put it on for kind of passive listening, which is great for training your oral fluency. And if you're going to be more actively listening to something, I would recommend watching something more interesting. And there are 2 series that I can recommend without hesitation, as I watch them extensively. The first is Herederos, which is Herederos means heirs. So it's basically a drama about inheritance, about betrayal, about love, drug addiction. It's got everything, and it is. I have to say that it is very inverosímil. It is very unlikely. So anybody that knows this series, well, a lot of times what I've found is Spaniards don't talk very highly of Spanish television. They don't speak very highly of Spanish television. I've never met a Spaniard that says they like Spanish TV or Spanish media. I don't know why. I love it personally. It might be because of my love for the language. And it's true. Everything is very, very dramatic. And of course, when I'm talking Spanish, I'm talking about from Spain, right? So telenovelas, or how they say in Spain, culebrones, um, big snakes. I guess because they twist around, right? Okay, culebrones in Spain are very. Um, I find that they are less pretentious in I guess the clothing and the women. That is, Latin American novels definitely have a lot of eye candy, right? But I find that the plots in Spanish culebrones are a lot better and a lot more elaborate. So this first one, Herederos, I really love it. Second one I really like is Los Misterios de Laura. And in this one it's just basically like an investigator, but she's kind of like a quirky Columbo style investigator. And she seems a little bit like awkward, like she doesn't know what she's doing, but she always finds her mark. And then at the end of every episode, she gets the criminal together, like all of the suspects together in the scene of the crime, and then she explains how she solved the crime, which of course is extremely unlikely in a in real life. But I really, really like that one. That's one of the series I like. So those are the top two. The other one that I like is Águila Roja, which has been around forever, Red Eagle. And this is kind of like a one of those series where based in Spanish history, however loosely, and it's really awesome. It's become like an entire movement in Spain. I guess he's really popular. There's movies too, Águila Roja, and it's basically this dude who I don't know, in 13th, 14th, 15th century Spain. Um, I don't know which century. And he goes around hunting criminals. He's avenging his wife. This is not a spoiler. This happens in the first episode. And apparently he is also like a super ninja. So yeah, Spanish ninja who does like kung fu, cartwheels. What more can you ask for? So I recommend these three series tremendously. Águila Roja, Los Misterios de Laura, y Herederos. And another one that I've been watching is Homicidios. And this one I really like also. Homicidios stars the guy that was in Abre los Ojos. And that dude's super popular, and I was surprised that he's in a television series. But it's a pretty awesome series, so I'll put the link for that as well, Homicidios. And then while I'm watching these telenovelas, I'm usually actively listening, writing down words, and I think this is a great way for you guys to spend your time. If you're going to be wasting time, right? Wasting time, not studying or whatever, you might as well be having fun and listening to something in Spanish. All right, I'll see you guys later. Hasta luego. Ciao.